wish you could have seen Emerald Stair in better times.
What was it like? I've only passed through a few times over the years.
The evenings were cool. Fish leaped into our nets. Emerald Stair was everything.
Pleasant and abundant. Sounds like the fables old trenchers used to tell about Deadfire.
Alexa, turn on layup.
Okay.
I heard you were stationed in the Deadfire.
Sure was. I was sent out as soon as I was old enough to leave home.
Is it true what they say? That Aethys woke up a dormant volcano?
That was after my time. But, wait. Why do you want to know?
No reason.
Magrin's breath. Please don't start thinking of ways to set off a volcano.
No one is setting off any volcanoes. How would that even work? Oh, I bet I'd be really good at it. Kai, have you ever met a marine godlike? One of Andra's children?
Ingati's children, as they're called in Deadfire. I've heard stories, but never met one. They're rare everywhere, but revered among the Wana.
I've always wanted to study one up close, but they're a slippery bunch.
Why are you so interested?
Purely academic reasons.
So, animacy, huh?
Indeed. A vibrant tapestry of art, research, and spirituality.
Sounds interesting. I mean, the souls and whatnot.
Are you curious about the soul? Yours, or maybe someone else's?
No, just, you know, talking.
Talking is good. If you're ever curious about animancing, you know where to find me.
Right. Good talk. Good talk.
No, it's gonna be one of these.
Kai, can I borrow your pistol?
I don't usually lend it out. Why?
I was hoping to make a few simple modifications.
What kinds of modifications?
Well, I was going to start by removing the trigger,
What?
then snapping off the hammer,
Are you serious?
and finally stuffing the barrel with tree sap.
Why would you do this?
Because I caught you reading my diary, that's why.
Giada, I promise on my life and on every life my soul has ever lived, I will never touch your diary again.
And?
And I'm very, very sorry.
Wonderful. In that case, you can hold on to your little toy.
Well, that was hard to watch. You okay?
I will be. What is it you like so much about ghost stories, Giada?
Well, ghost stories are how we confront our fears, how we explore and define them in a safe environment.
Don't they give you nightmares? The chills? After I hear a ghost story, I can't stop imagining something behind every strange noise or stray breeze.
Of course, but telling a story gives you power over it. You get to choose when to hold back and when to be merciless.
Guess I'm more comfortable with things I can see. And shoot, if needed.
An animancer has to grow comfortable with the unknown. But that would be challenging for a soldier.
And a sailor. When you spend months at the mercy of the sea, and whatever's in it, You learn a healthy fear of the unknown.
Can't say I blame you. I'm brave enough to tinker on souls, but the ocean? No, thank you. Leave me out of it.
Already messing with my boom arm died again. I keep destroying them.
Marius, could I examine your soul?
Oh, no. You'll use none of that spooky soul business on me.
But I promised to be gentle.
What are you even looking for?
Nothing. Anything. I'm sure I'll know when I find it.
And so will the rest of us.
Don't you trust me?
You? Sure. It's all the animancy I have trust problems with.
I'll try not to take that personally. Suit yourself.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
Ambergris, from the guts of a dead Leviathan. Why, do you like it?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I like it fine. But I think it's attracting spiteflies.
Oh, that explains the bites. Apologies, Marius. The aroma does tend to linger.
No. It's fine. I can handle a few spiteflies. Just letting you know.
I'm never wearing this again. Kai, you've killed people before.
Good evening to you, too. And, yeah,
Have you ever been haunted by one of them?
well, the first has always stayed with me. This was in Deadfire. We were boarded by valiant privateers in the dead of night. One moment, I'm asleep, and the next, I'm staring down the barrel of a pistol. It misfired, and I ran him through before he could try again. But I'll never forget the look in his eyes as the light faded out of them. Is that what you wanted to know?
Oh dear, not exactly. When I said haunted, I meant, have you ever seen a ghost before?
Once, at sea, I heard moaning coming from the ship's lazarette. Never went down there again.
Noted, thank you. Do you need to talk about, you know, the dead privateer? Because I have time.
I think I just need a drink.
Working on
I
my
met this
boom arm.
animancer one time. You might know him.
Oh? Who would that be?
Tall guy, beard, spectacles, hair.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Had this thing around his neck. Gold, I think. Hummed a lot.
Humming is common, as is jewelry.
Had this nasally voice, like, "Oh, please, don't touch that machine. It's worth more than you are."
Oh! Was it Lysonio Galatini, the wandering teacher of Spirento? The renowned musician of the soul?
No, that's not it. I guess you didn't know him.
Well, let me know if you remember.
I broke my boom arm again, so I am
Would you ever consider using animancy at sea?
messing with it.
Nope. Too unpredictable.
But surely you see the potential. It could improve navigation, lighting, and even fishing.
And the last thing you want is your navigator hearing voices, or your hull catching fire when one of those devices messes up.
Where's your spirit of adventure?
Alive to tell
To
the
be
tale.
fair, it is my fault because I use them the way they're not intended to be used. And so when you do that, like, so
When you
all
were in
these
the
boom
Navy,
arms have a
did you
spring
ever get
in them.
shipwrecked?
The problem is the
seas
spring is
were
entirely
choppy.
too
We
tight
scraped
because the
edge
only
of
thing I
it.
put on it is my
Pretty
phone.
far from any of our bases,
And
unfortunately.
So I end up cranking
rations
them
ran out,
down
did
really
you?
tight,
Did I?
and then I
what?
break them. because I
You
don't
had to
want
leave
it
your
to
crewmen.
boom up.
No, we went fishing and harvested fire kelp. Why?
Cannibalism is supposed to be good for the soul. According to research, anyway.
What research?
I've also heard that sailors have appetites that can't be sated on land.
Sometimes it's just about survival. You make different decisions when your life is on the line.
You people read too many adventure stories. Doesn't the thought make you queasy?
On the bright side, if we're ever short on supplies, it's useful to know who gets eaten first.
Just remind me never to get on a ship with any of you.
Marius, what do you know about snake bites?
All there is to know. What bit you?
I don't know. It just slithered out of my bedroll.
Listen to me, this is very important. Was its head flat or round?
Hard to say. Kind of star-shaped?
Okay. After it bit you, did it hold on or let go?
It held on, and left a bruise in the shape of an eye.
You're in luck. That's an onlooker worm snake. Harmless, though legend says they're emissaries of WoW.
Wow. The god of mysteries and illusions sent me a snake?
Be glad it wasn't a shimmering dream beast. Those are nasty.
Well, the venom won't kill you, but you'll have some interesting nightmares.
Nightmares I can deal with. But I wonder what it all means. Oh well. Perhaps I'm not meant to know. Thank you, Marius. I feel
Yeah,
a
the
lot
part that I
better.
broke
Don't mention it.
is oops.
I once heard rumors about the cataclysm in the Deadfire.
Is the other end
Something
of
about
this.
the lost city of Ukaizo.
It's supposed to
Does
be
that
like
ring any bells?
the tensioner.
higher-ups with fancy hats were looking
But I
for
think
it,
I can
but that was all above my rank.
But there was also talk of
we
a
can
broken
solve
machine,
this problem.
a device so large that it towered over the city.
It definitely sounds like the kind of thing the fancy hats would have been interested in. But why are you so curious about something on the other side of the world?
I have my reasons.
The piece that I broke off, which I have here.
Marius, I've been wondering about something.
What's that?
How do we keep finding Zorops on every continent? They don't strike me as the seafaring type.
Oh, that's simple. Zarb's probably stowaway on merchant ships or ride on the back of dragons or something like that.
What if Aora was once a single landmass, and the Zorop tribes drifted apart over the years? Could that be possible?
I'm pretty sure you're overthinking it. It's like rats. You see them everywhere too, but they don't have their own navy either.
Maybe you're right. But I like my theory.
Hey, sorry about your parents, you know.
That's very kind. Sometimes grief clings to you like a
What
shadow.
the hell did that attach to?
And sometimes you wonder where it went.
It's not easy, but you get used to it after a while.
You seem to know from experience.
No, I mean, not really. I've left people behind, though, and it was difficult.
Anytime you want to talk about it, let me know.
Right. Thanks for that. I doubt my soul is worth much to an animancer.
Why would you say that about yourself?
It's just that I'm not what I'd call strong-willed. I'm tense all the time, and just not easy to be around sometimes.
Self-knowledge and inner conflict are signs of a powerful soul. Make no mistake, you have a good one.
Thank you. I needed that. was wondering, what do souls feel like?
Forgive me, but could you elaborate?
I mean, do you touch them when you're doing animancy? Are they hot or cold? Is it like a cloud or like a beam of light?
Well, it feels a bit like being watched. Like there's an unseen presence in the laboratory with you. That's why many animancers prefer to work in groups. To be in the presence of the living.
I think that makes sense.
Normally this is nothing to worry about. Unless the presence follows you home. Then you know you've angered the dead.
Right. I think I'll just stick with hunting bears for now.
I'm starving. Serves me right for not packing enough snacks.
I've got some cheese. Want to share?
You have cheese. Where did you get cheese?
Maurice's pack. It's full of snacks. I figured he wouldn't miss a little cheese.
I won't tell if you don't.
Right. Did someone eat my special cheese?
Cheese? No, not me. What about you, Kai?
Believe me, you'd know if I'd eaten it.
It was medicinal cheese for my stomach, and someone ate it.
Oh, rats, maybe?
Well, someone ate it. The sooner they confess, the sooner we can move past it.
Guess we'll be here a while.
Right. I thought this might happen, which is why I took the liberty of going through Kai's pockets.
Uh-oh.
Guess what I found? Crumbs. Cheese crumbs.
That doesn't prove anything.
It's my fault, Marius. I was starving, and Kai was generous enough to share.
Marius, I'm sorry for enjoying your special cheese.
That cheese was aged 10 years in a seaside cave. Next time you're peckish, ask, and I'll get you something fresher.
For what it's worth, it was delicious.
Oh, I know, Giada. I know.
I guess I could just glue it back together.
It's getting late. I should be asleep by now, but as usual, I can't silence my thoughts. Just wake me up when the fighting starts, or if you talk to someone interesting, whichever comes first.
Oh, Giada, your weird device thing was making a noise last night.
Really? What kind of noise?
It was this high-pitched buzzing sound.
Ah, nothing to worry about. That just means a ghost passed through camp.
Right.
If it's something else.
What?
Must have been a big one, too. Sorry I missed it.
I'm sorry I didn't.
I'm just gonna say it. I regret eating the cheese you stole from Marius.
The only thing I regret is the noises my stomach made afterwards. You want to split the rest? I really shouldn't eat it all myself.
I thought you'd never ask. Kai, does the word Nemnok mean anything to you? Nemnok, the one who devours?
There were rumors of a cult in Deadfire that followed Nemnok. Some kind of tyrannical monster.
Interesting. One of my books refers to Nemnok as a god, the immortal eater of worlds.
Right. That sounds wonderful.
Another book refers to them as an imp, a tiny, foul-mouthed creature hurling insults.
Those sound like campfire stories. You can't believe everything you read.
It would be useful to have a god on our side, but perhaps not an imp god. That sounds like more trouble than it's worth. And that is why Adra and Copper are the only reliable conductors of soul lessons. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
Right. I think you lost me a while back there.
Really? Oh. I suppose that explains the heavy breathing.
He can sleep with his eyes open. Says it's a survival trick, but I think he does it to avoid my war stories.
What's the last thing you remember? We can start from there.
Oh, I seem to remember you coming over and saying, "Hey, Marius, can we talk?"
That was hours ago.
Right. And feel free to start over from the beginning. I promise to listen this time.
No, it's all right. Perhaps another time.
Ouch. I mean, I knew that was fine. Here.
Tell me, where did you learn to hunt?
Early on, I learned from a warden named Ilinka. After that, I learned a lot from just going out and surviving on my own.
I'll bet you're a natural. You make it look effortless.
If you know what you're doing, it's not really that hard.
Some hunt with their eyes and ears, but you are hunting with your soul.
Not sure I get what you mean.
I believe you were a true hunter in a past life. An apex predator, like a Stelgar. You may not know it, but those instincts are still yours. Lying dormant, like a cat in the tall grass.
Right, that's me. Marius, king of the grasslands.
With a little animancy, we could awaken your former self. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Oh well. Let me know when you change your mind.
I had a washer. I can fix this thing.
You were with the envoy when they died. Did you notice anything strange?
Strange how? Besides the part where he came back, I mean.
Disembodied voices, otherworldly visions, anything like that.
Nope. Just lots of blood and lots of shouting.
I'm trying to research near-death experiences. And as usual, I have to do everything myself.
I'm sorry, what madness are we planning now?
Don't worry. Hypothetically, anything I do will be in a lab environment with plenty of supervision.
Just remember to make good with your gods before you do.
Good thinking. I wouldn't want to meet the gods unprepared.
Just need a washer, do you?
Have you ever been to the Valian Republics?
A couple of times. Plenty of mercenary contracts out there. What about you? That's where your people came from before they founded Fjord.
I've never even left the island before. The Republics are said to be innovators in arts, government,
I
and
guess I could print
animancy,
one.
but also corruption.
That's probably why there's so much work for people.
Well, I guess I can do that real
One
quick.
day, I would very much like to visit.
Guess I'll make one real quick. Guess that's the big advantage of having the damn thing. Just make shit. something. Make you sing a little thicker. A little chunkier. Should you be a little stronger? The gap before was pretty small. Hopefully this will be beefier. If I take off quick and easy.
If only to understand why my people left.
You know, people don't think steam thistle has any medicinal properties. But if you grind it up and add some clean water, it's decent at protecting your skin from the sun.
That will be a great help in my travels. I detest the sun.
It also doesn't taste half bad on bread. If you don't mind picking out all the little prickles.
I think I'll stick to butter. At least we have options.
Wait, did you ask about that, or was it Kai? Carry on.
Marius, have you ever seen a ghost?
Once I saw a green spectral woman floating over a pile of decaying leaves. Big hair like her head was on fire. Then again, it might have been a hallucination from some bad toadcat tea I got from an old lady in the forest.
That is a fascinating story. I would have nature was trying to tell you something.
Nature usually tells us to stay out, but with fewer words. And we never listen.
Don't mind him. He tells that story at the Valorant for travelers flying around.
Right. Just because it never really happened doesn't mean it's any less true. Son of some root weasel.
Gentlemen, don't make me separate you. Thank you for the story, Marius. I liked it very much.
Someone here knows how to appreciate a little entertainment.
Are you seeing anyone, Marius? Romantically, I mean.
Right. I knew this would come up eventually.
I only bring it up because romance is good for the soul.
So is finding a good pile of deer saka on a hunt. But I'm not advising you to go looking for it.
Under the right conditions, you can even measure the energy of a romantic tryst. Isn't that fascinating?
To you? Sure.
Oh well. Let me know if you change your mind. I know a lot of shy academics in need of an experienced guide.
I'll let you know.
Alright, well, I'm gonna wait on that frame, and then I can fix this.
Marius, can I offer a suggestion?
I have a feeling you're about to do it anyway, so go ahead.
I just want you to enjoy life. I'm worried that you aren't. This might be your only chance.
Right. What?
The next time we get reborn, we might all be trees, or mushrooms, or rats. We might not even be sentient. 100 years from now, we could all be grass.
To do one other thing real quick, and then I'll go smack some things.
No worries at all.
It's even possible that this is our last chance at life.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Doesn't it bother? Don't you want to get the most out of this life? Oh, you have it?
Right. I get that you're concerned, but I'm good. As long as my body's still breathing.
Got heat inserts for my make it easy. And now you have threaded inserts. These are pretty slick. This is a mount for these, or a Trek light. The factory one breaks pretty easily, so this one should be a little more durable. Because what breaks is there's a little tab on the normal one. It kind of clicks in here. I just decided to bypass that altogether and do this outside one. A little bulkier than the original, but should work. This thing has been pretty sweet. I've put like 20 of the inserts in and I'm still full back. Yeah, this is the part that broke on the thing. Yeah, it's a soldering iron, super nice, but then the heat inserts is really nice. Basically, you make as good as, especially once you get into the higher end filaments. Like once I can start printing like ABS and stuff like that, then I can literally make as good a product as what you find under the hood of a car. That thing heats up in like under 90 seconds. It's really fast.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. You're forgetting all the bridges I burned on my way out. No, that part of my life is over. At least now I have a place I can call my own. Such a troublemaker. But a thoughtful one. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous? A little bit of trouble in moderation can be good for the soul. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so anyway. If I must.
Alexa, turn off lamp.
Okay.
Thanks. Alright.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death. The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe, they flower, they will never fade. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. Even the darkest evening clouds part with the morning mist. Sleep now.
Show me what you got.
We've got company.
Beyond seek.
Find a better weapon.
Bleeding.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm progressing through the main story faster than I should be. Do we try the big sword?
I'll fix this.
Take it back.
We've got company.
Seek. Luthen. Isaksa.
Not looking good.
Isaksa. And rock. Work and rock. And rock. And rock. Luthen.
On your right.
Much better, thank you.
Yeah, greatsword does damage. I'm just not respectful. I mean, I could respect for it. Hard to just go way around.
Let's finish this.
Luthen. And rock. Luthen.
No, it wasn't connecting to the my phone, so I was just restarting it. Hmm. Maybe it's just not very loud. Yeah, I played a bit of Kingdom Come too. It got a lot better when I realized I should use my points that I've accumulated. Yeah, it's just not really loud. I mean, I can. Nice. Probably gonna get too loud when I'm fighting.
Nakutodak is a place of spiritual power. We're sure to find the answers we seek.
Why do they call it that anyway?
Good question. It means ancient soil. Nakutodak was old when these lands were young. We usually bring our dead to Nakutodak, but for you, I'll make an exception.
Salutations, traveler.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be loud for them. Production. It's nice. It's a unique robe. A little pricey. I wouldn't mind having that. Do I buy that? Fast speed's nice. Damage reduction nice. Additional damage reduction. But it does give me more essence. Sure, why not? Sparklet. Leave my thing. Yeah. It's a big one. I can take that because the question is. Nope. Well, it's usable. I will have to come up with a solution for that later. Equipment upgrade. What are you talking about? Nope.
This is a spiritual haven. Could we remove the animancy equipment? Please?
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face. This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine. We twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. something very... right before the... I was right. My thoughts exactly. If we want to stop... I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
We gotta see what's down there now.
I wish you could have met them. They would have liked you.
Gods! Did you open? Who? When you're finished. The same thing while I was... Just look at me. Avoid the glade west of here. The bandit spared my life, but he could see a godlike as a threat. If you find him. May the light shine.
This doesn't sound like any of the grave robbers I know. I know any grave robbers.
A saint's relic. Where would you even find something like that?
I did not bring us here to explore, but clearly something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you?
Missed. There's loot up there. Really?
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
Seek! Neckworth and Roth! And Roth!
I'll wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look. Look at camp.
Egworth and Roth! And Roth! Luthen!
I was worried for a second.
Egworth and Roth! Egworth and Roth! Egworth and Roth! Luthen! Egworth and Roth!
Look out. Some kind of trap.
Luthen! Eon Seek!
Okay.
Egworth and Roth! Egworth and Roth! Seek!
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to discover them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with. Egworth.
And Roth! Eon Seek! Nothing like a win with a good team. Eckworth and Roth! Name where? Beyond Seek! And Roth!
Look out. Some kind of trap.
Come on.
Defend! Eckworth and Roth! Seek! Eckworth and Roth! Beyond Seek! Defend! He's up south! And Roth! And Roth! Not looking so good.
Okay.
Got eyes on something?
And Roth! Seek!
Let's finish this.
Take your best shot. And Roth!
Not bad, envoy.
Defend!
Bleeding.
Everyone okay?
Skeleton dude was tough. I still don't get near enough health potions.
I would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it, with the help of some ice.
And rock! Eggsworth and rock!
What in the name of Aora is that?
You, think it's sleeping? Never a dull moment with you in charge.
And rock!
I need him.
See! Beyond sea! Eggsworth and rock! Uluthen! Isaksa! And rock!
Quick!
Look up, boy.
Seek!
Watch the left!
Eggsworth and rock! Isaksa! Eggsworth and rock! Beyond seek!
Worth and Roth! Loose end!
That was a close one. Death into life. Interesting. The Godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Every other culture I've come across reveres gods, even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone shepherding you this way and that?
No,
Of course I can imagine it, but I'll wager you have a harder time. Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they even get down here? Clever things must have the...
How's it going, Heather? What do we for points have? Not high enough level for that. Yeah, that's funny. Do I want to put a point in? Care about any of that. This could be entertaining. More essence would be nice. Do I not get a point?
Have their
Like
own
every other
secret
one?
entrance. I'll say it. I'm impressed.
Mhm. Might as well save.
They're having fun. Ready to make an entrance?
Here we go! On your right!
They hurt.
And rock! And rock! Worth and rock! Worth and rock! Isaksa!
Clear the This will require our undivided attention.
Worth and rock!
Not looking so good.
Yeah. Oh well. Try it again.
You take lead.
Worth and rock!
Ready to make an entrance?
Worth and rock! Worth and rock! Luthen! And rock! And rock! Isaksa! And rock! Eon Seek!
Give me a second.
Luthen! Worth and rock! Seek! And rock! And rock!
If there are any monsters left, show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar. We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The Godless erected many important sites around Pillars of Adra, though I can't speak to their motives. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
Okay, then.
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts. We welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. We do not remember how we grew. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabado. You ran the leaves and ash yourself. We could only observe. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. The rot. We feel it too. Our hands are bound. Find us. Free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sanakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await.
Probably gonna be a bad thing, but we'll figure it out.
First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it?
Sure, why not?
Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free
Right.
us.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. It's a good thing we got results, because I have no desire to put you through that again. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the Living Lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? I'm sorry? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Perhaps the bars of their prison would be forged of essence, not iron. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb. Now that is a tall order. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
I got a headache just thinking about it. And I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start? Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. Gods, I don't know. The farms, the commune... But the Dream Scourge is the end of Animancy. The end of the Living Lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black, the pain. the pain. They come from the outside. How did we not see them?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? Oh no. Let's go.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs. Unseen, unheard.
Eon Seek. And Roth. Eckworth and Roth. And Roth. Eckworth and Roth.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only... Oh my god. No!
Andras' deaths. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? It's all gone. The city. Right. We should be a moving target. We have to check on the others. Any survivors...
Stupid lady
City
did.
up in flames. You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian Republic. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home. You're allowed to mourn it.
They burn. They blind us.
And Roth. Is that all you got?
hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. But we've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilici, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms. If there's trouble, we can help.
Again and again they strike.
I like some Leewin bullshit. That's my guess.
Take your best shot.
We've got company. Another soul.
There's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory? Motherfuckers. I don't know how we recover. Our past is in those flames. Our history. Everything we are.
Not as long as there are people who remember it.
How many thorns must we claw out?
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
Rabbits in a burrow, hunted.
These people are looking for leadership. A sense of direction. We should find Quilici.
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
As if you don't already know.
Ignacy, calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? His people burned my city.
The Steel Garrote are hardly his people.
They offered us no negotiation.
I knew we were going to
No
have to fight
peaceful
that
terms.
stupid heifer.
Just flames and laughter as we ran. Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adiran banner is complicit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adiran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our...
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. Eschietta was eager to remind me. You must understand. My mother had the dreams. I hoped against reason. To face reality would mean upending my... I'm so sorry.
Don't waste your apologies on me.
I don't expect your forgiveness. But I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time. We can't remain in...
There is no reason to stay. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement.
No.
And I want an explanation.
As long as we are Animancers, the Adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them...
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate...
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adheran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations.
Seems like the better
That's
option.
where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. I can talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the
You're gonna
foremost
ask if I have a ladder?
scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Before Fiora went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. Oh, a gentleman never tells. She's a feisty one. Almost makes me feel young again.
I am officially putting a stop to this line of questioning. Keep it in the bedroom. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take...
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
Rebuilding has begun! From the ashes, your will rise!
Seems like... I don't...
We should talk. My home. My What if I'm tired of being... I keep asking. We were all so up. No matter where. Nothing in... I doubt they know the meaning of... Listen to me. Even with all the... How do I... I do. My parents died, and right now that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city... The free settlement. But when it comes to survival... Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us, despite everything that happened. For me? Well, if you need anything... Until next time. I can't believe it. My city. It's all
Find a
gone.
basement.
I'm so sorry.
Another fragment in. Let's see. It's just getting warmed up.
Anyway, I'm so sorry. I've left a few homes over the years, but... I've never lost one like that.
3 times I have left my home. First as an orphan. They're coming!
And rock!
Right. Right.
Egworth and rock!
Who's next? Anyone?
Right behind you.
Gonna- Yes. Thank you. Well, that's going to be it for me tonight. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Bob, Pete, Robert, everybody. Have a good night. Yeah,
I'm
later,
going to
everybody.
miss Fjord, Miss Iverna.
Root hog ribs there were fantastic.